Well, Roland blurbs, greetings. Check them out. These things, it's got some lopsided feet on the bottom apparently. Yeah, I just got these in because I've been looking for some of these for years. So right here we've got the Roland stereo micro monitors, the MA-7s from 1994. They cost $230 back then, or thereabouts. And if you've seen a good number of my videos, you know that I'm a big fan of Roland micro monitor speakers, or just any of Roland stuff, to be honest, but especially their older computer speakers, which is what these are. These are solid, heavy, magnetically shielded computer speakers. And, you know, I've obviously used the MA-12Cs in a lot of my videos for many, many years. I also have the MA-8s. And they also make a new version of the MA-7s, or like it's something kind of related, I don't know. I think the MA-7A or B or C or something else. I don't know, those are new. I think those are still sold. Actually, I don't even remember because I don't care. I don't like the way that those really look compared to these beige things, even though they're not really beige anymore. These are rather unevenly yellowed. So retrobrighting is pretty high on my agenda. And of course, just making sure that they're in good working order, which I'm told that they are. I haven't actually tested them yet. Like I said, I just got them in. But yeah, it's got built-in power cord. And this is kind of cool though. So like, as opposed to my MA-12Cs, which those are basically, you just have one, or they're just like one speaker, and you just get two of them, and then it makes stereo speakers. Whereas these, you got this one side here that has the power, the inputs and outputs, amplifier and all that crap. And then this one's just a passive speaker that you use your standard speaker cable wiring, just copper to go from there to there, and then that connects them, and then you only have one set of volume and tone controls, which is pretty cool because again, the 12Cs, as much as I like them, they're still great. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're gonna sound better than these. But yeah, having all the stuff on one speaker is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is retrobright the crap out of these things. I mean, what in the world, man? Looks pretty gross. And it's in an uneven way. So I'm assuming that these were exposed to light. They don't smell like cigarettes at all. Sometimes you get these and like if they're just exposed to enough heat, then they will turn evenly yellow. Like the whole thing will turn yellow. These, on the other hand, I'm gonna say it was probably light, because I mean, look at these patterns. It was up against something here, up against something there. You had more going right there, probably like a reflective surface, amplifying a bit of light. And then there's like a couple spots where you can see there was a sticker or something. In fact, there's still some residue here. So hopefully that'll come off, clean up a little bit. Anyway, just gonna take these apart, get them retrobrighted, and we'll test them out. Oh yeah, there's feet problems. I relate. So its feet are kind of not great. They're all melted off and missing half of them. So I need to find some replacements, either some rubber ones or like some other ones of some kind. The back is not nearly as yellowed. Still kind of yellow though, so hopefully it just comes apart pretty easily. All right, well, not quite as easy to take apart as I was hoping, but still not too bad. Yeah, you just got this little panel back here. There is the speaker. The front grill has to come off because there's 4 other screws holding everything in, so I'm gonna have to get the speaker and the back connectors out of there. And there is magnetic shielding. Make sure it doesn't interfere with your CRT or floppy disks or anything. So yeah, otherwise pretty simple. Let's do some retrobrighting. Yeah, retrobrighting. Really sunny, warm day. All right, well, there are the results, and I mean, it looks pretty good. It's not quite as bleached much gray off-white as I was hoping to get. You can really tell the difference on the inside of the plastics especially, but I mean, you know, not bad. Here's a before and after shot where you can see how much yellowing there actually was and how much we were able to alleviate. Again, not perfect, but this was about as good as I can get it, and I have been retrobrighting these actually for 3 days. It's been a good, gosh, 4 or 5 days since I started this. Had it going for a few different afternoons. The first day ended up being kind of a wash. It wasn't as hot out and sunny as I hoped it would be, and ended up with a lot of cloud cover later on. I just didn't get very much bleached whatsoever, so had it going retrobrighting for a second day, and it was great. Nice and sunny and warm all day long. Made a lot of progress, and just my normal kind of way of doing this, which is using 40 volume clear developer mixed with hot water, covered with some plastic wrap, and just, yeah, leave it out. And that did a good bit of the work, but there were some of these sections, like especially the front fascias here and these knobs, that I really couldn't get to alleviate in terms of yellowness. So I set them out for a third day, just those parts, and an even stronger solution, and that definitely helped. That did a lot to improve the look of the knobs and the front faceplates. And now they all kind of match. I don't know, they're pretty close. It's definitely a lot better than it was, and I was able to get most of like the scrapes and scuffs out of there, and like some of the spots where there were stickers, slightly lighter depending on the light you're looking at it. But yeah, overall, much improved. That works for me. Really about the only thing that I wasn't able to get fixed at all was this little section here where a microphone plugs in. You can see that that's much yellower, and that's because this plastic piece was like a part of the internal amplifier setup and everything, and I would have had to really take apart even more stuff to get to that, so I just kind of left it. Anyway, hey, future LGR here. Yeah, so I determined that that was going to drive me crazy with the slightly different colors between the two, so I just used a paint marker on both of them, got them both kind of the same gray, silvery color, and yeah, I think that works, in lieu of taking the entire thing even deeper apart and retrobrighting this tiny little piece. So anyway, back to the blurb. Yeah, let's get these hooked up to something and test out what they sound like. Or at least I'm going to hear what they sound like. Alright, so we have line in 1 and 2. The line in 1 is just a TRS 1/4 inch, so I'm going to use line in 2 here. Just a little Y adapter to headphone jack thing to test real quick. And of course it just uses normal speaker wiring, just copper. Yeah, I don't need too much right now, just testing it out real quick. And I'm also just going to try it up against these Altec Lansings that I normally use, which are just these little ACS 90 things. They don't sound amazing, but yeah, should be a good little comparison, at least for me in person here, just to kind of hear the difference. Greetings and welcome to an LGR thing where we are once again going conventioning, which is something that is not quite as conventional as... Yeah, it sounds a little muffled. Let's see what these other things do. I've done before, and we're just going to be going to an event or a show or whatever you want to call it, and see what it's like touring the place, looking at the stuff that's available, and just... Okay, that sounds way better. It just says loudness, but it's like it's increasing treble and bass at the same time. That's just a tone knob. Yeah, let me get some royalty-free music here. Right, something random here. Sahara Lukjo. Yeah. The loudness really is just the tone. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, at least here in person. Let's just do a quick comparison with these. I'm always impressed by how relatively good those things actually sound, but let's go back and forth here. Yeah, these sound notably better. Probably won't make much of a difference at all in video except for their visual presence, which is a big reason that I choose anything to show in video. But I mean, yeah, just look at these, like side by side. Obviously the Altec Lansings, they're really classic in terms of their 90s computer speaker aesthetic. But these, I really like the way that they look, and they're gonna look fantastic up against certain older computers I have, especially the wood grain 46 with these kind of lines. I mean, there's always lines on these things, but yeah, I really like the way that these look and sound with the loudness meter. I was pretty disappointed at first when they sounded like garbage. I mean, that sounds so bad. And that sounds great. Why would you ever have that loudness turned down? Like, seriously, the bass and treble is god-awful without it. So anyway, neat. Well, I got some new computer speakers to use in videos. No doubt you will be seeing them used. And I really like the fact that you just have, the one set of controls over here. Some nice inputs and outputs. Or I guess those are just, yeah, it's an input and output. Microphone and headphone. Yeah, I got some awesome things here, and I can make it as long or as short as I need to with just regular old speaker wiring. That's nice. Just have to grab another 1/4-inch TRS kind of thing to go to the back there, because I'd rather use that than this. These just feel flimsy with the RCA on one end, and yeah. All right, well, that is pretty much it for this blurb. Wonderful speakers. I am happy with them. They cleaned up nice. Thanks for watching.